Good morning, guys. Welcome back to SMB Designs. This is our weekly Bible reading, and we are going to be jump starting off into chapter 15 of the book of John. But first, let me give you your question for this week. And the question is, what kind of stories did Jesus tell the people in order to teach a lesson? So leave that answer in the comments below. And at the end of the book, remember, we're going to have a drawing for each time you answer the question each week. If you answer each question each week, you will get your name in the drawing that many times. So if you haven't answered any of the other questions, you have plenty of time. Go ahead and go back and answer those. We are getting towards the latter part of the book. It goes to chapter 21. So now's a good time to go ahead and jump in and get that entry in. Okay, chapter 15. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He takes away every branch that does not bear fruit in me. He prunes every branch that bears fruit so that it will bear more fruit. You are clean already because of the word that I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it remains in the vine, so neither can you unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. The one who remains in me and I in him bears much fruit, because apart from me you can accomplish nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is thrown out like a branch and dries up and are burned up. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you want, and it will be done for you. My Father is honored by this, that you bear much fruit and show that you are my disciples. Just as the Father has loved me, I have also loved you. Remain in my love. If you obey my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you these things so that my joy may be in you, and your joy may be complete. My commandment is this, to love one another just as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, that one lays down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I no longer call you slaves, because the slave does not understand what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, because I have revealed to you everything I heard from my Father. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to go and bear fruit, fruit that remains, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name he will give you. This I command to you, to love one another. If the world hates you, be aware that it hated me first. If you belonged to the world would love you as its own. However, because you do not belong to the world, but I chose you out of the world, for this reason the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A slave is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they obeyed my word, they will obey yours too. But They will do all these things to you on account of my name, because they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But they no longer have any excuses for their sin. The one who hates me hates my Father too. If I had not performed among them the miraculous deeds that no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have seen the deeds and have hated both me and my Father. Now this happened to fulfill the word that is written in their law. They hated me without reason. When the Advocate comes, whom I will send you from the Father, the Spirit of truth, who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. And you also will testify because you have been with me from the beginning. Chapter 16. I have told you all these things so that you will not fall away. They will put you out of the synagogue. Yet a time is coming when the one who kills you will think he is offering service to God. They will do these things because they have not known the Father or me. But I have told you these things so that when their time comes, you will remember that I told you about them. I did not tell you these things from the beginning because I was with you, but now I am going to the one who sent me, and not one of you is asking me, where are you going? Instead, your hearts are filled with a sadness because I have said these things to you. But I tell you the truth, it is to your advantage that I am going away. For if I do not go away, the Advocate will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. And when he comes, he will prove the world wrong concerning sin and righteousness and judgment. Concerning sin, because they do not believe in me. Concerning righteousness, because I am going to the Father, and you will see me no longer. And concerning judgment, because the ruler of this world has been condemned. I have many more things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide you into all truth, for he will not speak on his own authority, but will speak whatever he hears, and will tell you what is to come. He will glorify me, because he will receive from me what is mine, and will tell it to you. Everything that the Father has is mine. That is why I said the Spirit will receive from me what is mine, and will tell it to you. In a little while you will see me no longer again. After a little while you will see me. Then some of his disciples said to one another, what is the meaning of what he is saying? In a little while you will not see me again, and after a little while you will see me, and because I am going to the Father? So they kept on repeating, what is the meaning of what he says? In a little while, we do not understand what he is talking about. Jesus could see that they wanted to ask him about these things. So he said to them, are you asking each other about this? That I said, in a little while you will not see me? Again, After a little while you will see me. I tell you the solemn truth. You will weep and wail, but the world will rejoice. You will be sad, but your sadness will turn into joy. When a woman gives birth, she has distress because her time has come. But when a child is born, she no longer remembers the suffering because of her joy that a human being has been born into the world. So also you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy away from you. At that time, you will ask me nothing. I tell you the solemn truth. Whatever you ask the Father in my name, he will give you. Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask, and you will receive it, so that your joy may be complete. I have told you these things in obscure figures of speech. A time is coming when I will no longer speak to you in obscure figures, but will tell you plainly about the Father. At that time you will ask in my name, and I do not say that I will ask the Father on your behalf, for the Father himself loves you, because you have loved me and have believed that I came from God. I came from the Father and entered into the world, but in turn I am leaving the world and going back to the Father. His disciples said, "Look, now you are speaking plainly and not in obscure figures of speech. Now we know that you know everything and do not need anyone to ask you anything. Because of this, we believe that you have come from God." Jesus replied, "Do you now believe? Look, a time is coming and has come when you will be scattered, each one to his own home, and I will be left alone. Yet I am not alone, because my Father is with me. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In the world you have trouble and suffering, but take courage. I have conquered the world." We're going to stop there today, and we will pick up again next week in chapter 17. I want to read to you your trivia question for the giveaway at the end one more time. What kind of stories did Jesus tell the people in order to teach a lesson? So, with that, I will bid you adieu and see you in next week's video, or in a crafty video coming up. Who knows? So, don't forget that if you need someone to pray with you, I'm happy to do so. You can leave that in the comments below, or if you want it to be a private prayer, you can send that to the email address listed below. Also, if you do not have a Bible and are unable to afford one, please email me below and we will work together on getting a Bible to you. So, with that, I will see you next week, and I look forward to hearing from each of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.